In this training video, we're going to have a look at Gearlog's reporting tool. We'll give you an overview of what each of the reports do, and we'll use one particular report as a training tool to show you how to build reports. You'll then be able to extend that knowledge to the other reports yourself. Let's start on the reporting menu and see what's available. Past inspections, absolutely perfect for showing your compliance history and showing what inspections you've been doing. Overdue and upcoming inspections is great for finding inspections that have been missed or for planning your future workload. End of life will find you end of life equipment that's coming up or already is end of life. In combination with tracking the value of your equipment, this can be a very useful forecasting tool for budget planning. Usage tracking gives you a great overview of who's been using which pieces of equipment and for what. Inventory is a full list of your equipment and is a really useful tool for sending to your insurer to show your asset list and the value of that insurable asset list. If you're using our stock tracking tool, the stock report is a great way to see over and under stock in different parts of your organisation. Loans tool is perfect for seeing on a report format who's got what, whether it's overdue for return, and so on and so forth. A reservations report, really useful for seeing reservations that have been made, and in combination with our payments report, if you're using our credit card integration, to see payments that have been taken for reservations. If you're using a qualification tracking module for your users' competencies and checks, this will show you who's in date, out of date, coming up to needing renewal, not sent in a certificate, etc. If you're using our tool to track the movement of assets from and to your sites, then the tracking tool is the one for you. If you're using our planning tool to set up activities for the future and thinking about who might need to come on it, what skills they might need, what equipment is needed, then the plans tool is really useful as well. And if you're tracking your way through our training videos, then the training progress report is a really nice way to see who has ticked off which videos. Let's take a look at the past inspections tool as a good example. Get familiar with that one, which will give you the skills you need to use the other reports. All our reports work very similarly. They have a date period at the top, so you're choosing a time window for your report. They have a content filter, you're choosing what kind of information to include in your report, and they offer the ability to customize the report in terms of hiding and showing different fields. At the bottom of the report, you will get the results of running the report against your parameters, with the ability to export that to a spreadsheet, specifically Microsoft Excel, raw data, a general good interchange format which will work with any spreadsheet type program, and PDF, a document format. Let's look at those options in a bit more detail, run a report and export it. Let's say that we are going to run an inspections report, so we can say from this one, no, we'll only take inspections. Let's go back in time the last year. Let's filter down the content a little bit. Say we're only going to run the report for our climbing centre, and actually we'd like to specifically focus in on just the climbing and bouldering equipment at that centre. Lots of other options that you can use for filtering down what specifically you'd like to see in the report there. So I've gone for in a place and a certain class of equipment, inspections done in the last year. So that report has been generated for us below here, so we can see categories of equipment, link through to the equipment, and then various fields of information on that piece of equipment. Specifically in this case, when it was inspected, what comments it was given, so on and so forth. So what we might want to do before we export it is customize this report. You may look along there and think, some of those column headings are not directly relevant to me and I don't need them in my report. In which case, pop open Customize, and what you can simply do is yes, no, decide which columns you do and don't want to appear inside the report. So for example, if you know that you don't want to mention in the report any of the photos that you've taken, simply set that one to no. Reorder using a numerical value any of the report fields so they appear in a different order. If you want to bring back any excluded columns, just hit the show ones and then you can put those back into the report as well. So that will enable you to compress the number of columns so you're only showing the information that's relevant to you or relevant to whoever you want to send this report to. So just to recap those, set a time period, what backwards and forwards range do you want to go, set yourself a content filter, so here we went for location and climbing equipment, customize the report by taking out any fields that you don't want to see, and then at that point you're ready to publish the report. 3 ways you can do that. The obvious way is just grab a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet of it. So we'll click spreadsheet and that will download a spreadsheet of that report for us that we can carry on using. If you use a different spreadsheet program that's not Microsoft Excel, for example, you're on a Mac, then raw data, that's really useful. That will produce a CSV file, which is a simple interchange format that all spreadsheets can read. And finally, very useful, if you'd like to produce a document of this, then hit PDF. There's a couple of options that you can add to that, so let's have a quick look at those. You can rename the report, so to give it a specific name that you want. On your account, so that's account and profile, you can upload your logo and it will pop your logo in the corner of the report, or for this specific report, you could use a different logo if you wanted, but provided you've put one on your profile, your default will be used for that. It will grab the name of the logged in user who's creating the report, and if it's a report that you would like to witness so that you're required to have signed it, then you can also add your signature into the report at the bottom of it. So at that point, you're now ready to republish the report. It'll have a logo in it, you've decided you'd like to sign it, and you've chosen what report you'd like to give to it. And then we're going to hit export, and that will generate for us a PDF of that report with our logo in the corner of it, with all the parameters we chose for it, our digital signature on it, and those columns that we've selected will be laid out below. So that's an overview of the past inspections report, how you can filter the content and how you can publish it. As mentioned at the start, you've got a range of other reports to look at. They all meet a different purpose, but they generally operate in a very similar way. You're going to pick a date and time filter, you're going to pick a content filter, and then you're going to publish the report as well. Hopefully you found that a useful introduction to our reporting tool. Do have a play with it, and any problems or any questions with reporting, as always, just get in touch, info@gearlog.org, and we can give you a hand with that.